I think loneliness is going to be a huge factor. We've already touched on it a little bit, even through some of the panelists that you guys have come and shared with. I heard this story once where even in small towns, Amazon has changed the entire social landscape of a small town, and I was really surprised by how this happened. But what happened was packages and mail used to be sent to the post office, and everyone would go to the post office, pick up their mail, and have these these ad hoc interactions with their neighbors in their small town. Well, Amazon does delivery directly to your house, and so you don't even have to go to the post office anymore to get all your packages. And so so with everything happening more and more at home, where you don't even have to leave your house for groceries, for packages, for work, we're going to become more and more lonely. And so coming up with new strategies on how we can connect with each other to have meaningful relationships virtually, or making these things like co-working, which is like making this space where people don't even work together, they just want to be around each other. That's going to be the major challenge that I see. Darrin, what about you?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I see oftentimes, I think especially for more traditional businesses that are offering more remote options, is kind of the shift to a more asynchronous style of work, right? So like even Jevin and I, in putting this slide deck together, Jevin's used to 100% remote, 10 years of doing remote work. Like everything that he does is very real time. I'll record the session, I'll send it back. It was stuff I hadn't even thought about, right? And I think for more traditional businesses, changing the way that they work, where maybe if we were all co-located in the same space, it's easy for me to just do something, send it off, and move on to the next thing. And I think the types of work and how we actually do the work, I think is going to change dramatically as more and more people are doing more full-time remote work. And that's part of the reason why you've seen the explosion in tools, not just in terms of tools to help you build better relationships, but also tools to help you work better, more asynchronously. And I think the cool thing is, like, once you start kind of down that path, it's exciting how much additional productivity you can achieve when you do that. But at the same time, I think especially for generations that have spent 2 decades or 3 decades doing work in a traditional way, forcing them to kind of, or not forcing them, but like being forced to kind of update the way we work in terms of increasing productivity in that environment, I think is really a big challenge.